The Southwest is threatening the North over the proposed tax bill. I repeat, the Southwest is threatening the North over the tax bill. Remember, the tax bill has passed second reading, and it is a big trouble for Northern politicians. Their constituents are threatening that will recall you back if this bill is signed into law. I remember Tinubu will come back to Nigeria from France and sign that bill. The game has been played. The Southwest has outplayed the Northern politicians. I repeat, the Southwest has outplayed, yes, outsmarted Northern politicians. The issue I have with Northern politicians is that they are not sincere, they are hypocrites. Or is it that the North is not educated anymore to understand just a simple tax bill? What would be the reason why the North is rejecting that tax bill? Now, the Southwest is saying that if the North does not accept this tax bill, we will go our separate ways. This is a threat, a serious threat. Look at this. The North should call their elders to order, else they will be disrespected. Keep your manipulations within the North. When it comes to national issues, bring a superior argument that makes sense to all regions, or keep quiet. Statements like the North has spoken will no longer fly. Aside fake population, what else is the North bringing to the table? This is a question, a salient question. This is the Sorosoke generation. Nobody listens to an elder just because of age anymore. If an elder lacks wisdom, we will disrespect him. The North is not superior to any region in Nigeria. If this bill doesn't pass, I repeat, if this bill doesn't pass, the regional system gets activated automatically. Let's see if you force us to stay. Yoruba land ceases to be your one Nigeria experiment laboratory. Yoruba land ceases to be your one Nigeria experiment laboratory. When I told you that Nnamdi Kanu is used to play chess against the Northerners in case the Northerners want to go mad. One thing the politicians in the North, the stakeholders in the North, the traditional rulers in the North, and whoever is occupying their political space, the godfathers in the North, one thing they don't want to hear is that Nigeria will divide, or there will be resource control, or there will be regionalism or restructuring. They don't want to hear that. The North is against restructuring of Nigeria because restructuring of Nigeria would take food from the mouth of their elite, of their murderous, of their parasitic elite. Yes, restructuring is going to take away food from their mouth. That is why you see them running helter-skelter. Not that they don't understand the implications of this bill, just that they are too lazy and they are too hypocritical to accept the truth. Remember what Kwankwaso said, that Lagos boys are trying to take away Kano State taxes through the back door. Most of their politicians have come out to speak against the tax bill. Look at what Ndume is saying. Somebody with an OND marketing is coming to speak for the North. Is it that the North don't have educated people that can speak for them? Even though you are going to go against the tax bill, bring a superior argument. The argument that Ndume is bringing to the table does not fly. My issue with the tax bill is that there's going to be more money for the federal government. The federal government wants to raise revenue, raise funds. Yes, that is what the federal government is doing. The government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu only wants to raise funds. He knows how to tax and raise funds. That is why the revenue of Lagos jumped. So they found a way to tax the people more. Before Tinubu became president, we were buying, I think, Pepsi for 200 naira. After he became president, he removed subsidy. Yes, we tightened our seatbelt and we are buying for 400 naira. Now, that is not enough. The subsidy he removed, the revenue they get from subsidy is not enough to revamp the economy because they believe that we are in deep mess created by the APC and other political elite. Now, there's another move to tax Nigerians. VAT has been increased. increase VAT, value added tax have been increased. So the issue I have with this tax bill is that more money for federal government, more expenses for the Nigerian people. That might not be a bad thing, but the government, have they been using this money judiciously? A system so corrupt that they cannot try corrupt people. They select corrupt people into positions because of loyalty, not because of competence and character. Are these the people we want to carry our monies and put in their hands? People that told Nigerians to tighten their seatbelt, but they are buying jets, they are building, they are renovating houses, 21 billion, and they will not explain to you. They don't see you as anybody for them to explain to you, this is why we are doing this. They just do things anyhow. So this is not the kind of administration that we want to put our monies into their hands. They are looking for ways to tax Nigerians. But my interest here is that the Southwest, they are threatening, that if you don't allow this bill pass, we will go our separate ways. Regionalism. They will activate regionalism. Well, they can't do this on their own. I know the Southwest, they're just making out. They can't do this on their own. They know that the Southeast is on standby. The Southeast is on standby. And if they join the Southeast genuinely, they will get what they want. So they are in the middle doing shakara. They can sleep with the North, but they are not committed with the North. They can go to bed with the North, but they are not committed with the North. They are doing so because of the benefit they want to get. They want to get a share of the national cake. That is what you see they are doing so. Lagos and other states, Southwest states, will be one of the biggest beneficiaries of this tax bill because Lagos is well positioned. More money into the hands of the federal government. Importation revenue is going to the federal government. Yes. Every state will now start looking at how they will raise revenue, invest in infrastructure, development infrastructure, and start raising revenue. If you are drinking alcohol in the Southwest, I will not take my tax to a place they don't drink alcohol. Yes, that should stop. The North is on their toes now. And it is funny how the Southwest is hitting the North, hitting them very hard. Look at this whole threat. Anything that they not have spoken, this time it is not going to be accepted. Is either they allow this tax bill, they pass this tax bill, is either they allow it or we divide Nigeria. And let me see what the North can do. But for now, the kind of people I see in the North, they are sycophants, they are betrayals. These guys don't have ideology. I've said it before. The kind of politicians we have in Nigeria today don't have ideology. These guys are not there to represent the people. They are there to represent their interests and their pockets. This one that Dume is shouting, they can call him at the back, give him 1 billion naira and he closes his mouth. Probably he needs more money to close his mouth. These are the kind of people that are in position of power. I bet you this tax reform bill will not benefit the ordinary Nigerian. I'm saying it, I bet you. Look at the Port Harcourt refinery. Look at all the things that is the things people are saying. Look at blending the lies. See, I'm telling you that the government of APC is a disaster to Nigeria. Is a disaster. I don't know if you are called public servants, you don't allow independent journalists go into this refinery and do an independent investigation, rather than bringing all this your excuse. We are doing this. Excuse, we are doing that. Excuse, we are doing that. Using style to shut people out. Those days that we used to go for press conferences, press release. The people organizing those press releases, if they belong to a political party or they have political sentiment or they are sponsored by a politician, they will tell their media people that don't allow so person at the back, so person come into this press release because they know that these guys are going to be factual. They are not going to be manipulated. That's how they do. They don't get journalists that will not be pandering to their brand envelope to come and independent investigation. They'll just come and dish out anything to us. You see the back and forth of NNPC with Dangote. Dangote starts working, all of a sudden NNPC is reviving Port Harcourt refinery. Over the years, they were not able to revive Port Harcourt refinery. There's no sign. We are not told when they brought in crude oil and the process at which they are CM Nigeria. But my happiness is that this issue of tax bill is going to pitch the Southwest against the North. And the Southeast, they are folding their hands, they are watching. The South are watching. You see, the Southeast senators, they don't have a say. They are OS member in the house, so they are irrelevant. People that are slaves to the Fulani. They will just fold their hands and start looking. Look at how the Southwest are shouting and bragging and doing all those bragging, normal bragging, is because they know that the Southeast has a position. The Southeast is unwavering. There's nothing that is going to make the Southeast align with the North. And there's nothing that is going to make the Southeast align with the Southwest. Because we know that two of these regions are hypocrites, big-time hypocrites. They are all there playing politics for their interest, not even for the interest of their people in the region. The reason why you see some people shouting Yoruba Ironu, it is because of a political ambition of somebody. Where was Yoruba Ironu before Tinubu came in the picture? Where were they? Now Tinubu comes and Yoruba Ironu. I think Yoruba Ironu might be the terrorist faction of the Southwest, as we see the Fulani headsmen. Yes, because I call them terrorists. This person that you are seeing is an obedient, APC obedient. The person making this threat is an APC obedient. I believe so. Is an APC obedient. It does not support Tinubu's ambition, but she's in support of the Yoruba ideology. That's why you see her saying that you will not force us to steal. Yoruba land will cease to be your one Nigeria experiment laboratory. That tells you they know what they are doing. The aspect of the bill is simple. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. For those that don't understand this tax bill, we know that there are sentiment. People are bringing up one sentiment or the other about the tax bill. We know that people are defending the tax bill without even understanding what the tax bill entails. So many APC are just saying, yes, so far it is, somebody just posted it from their camp. Yes, if you ask them, come and tell me about this tax bill. How is it going to benefit this and that? How is it going to benefit us? My issue is transparency, accountability. This government does not have any of them. They are looking for monies to steal. More monies to steal. They are allocating monies to themselves. This is the gospel truth. We saw Nigerian Air by Buhari. Nigerian Air. If not for some journalists, some dogged journalists that exposed this scam, Nigerian Air, a minister went to paint a whole airplane, which is fake, and called it, Buhari rice pyramid. Rice pyramid. You just have to go and knock something and put something on top to deceive Nigerians. For how much? Rice pyramid. You discovered crude oil in Bauchi in the north. So many people went, turn around maintenance of refinery, almost 1.4 trillion naira, and yet none of them is working. Communities at the Port Harcourt refinery are telling us that so amount was loaded. NNPC is just lying to Nigerians that so amount was loaded. I've worked in an establishment before. I've worked as a contract staff in one of the biggest companies in Nigeria. Yes, I've worked and have assisted some orgas. I understand the kind of lies that these people can tell. If you know Nigerian leaders, you will not believe one thing from your mouth. If you know the lies and propaganda they can push, you will not believe one thing. That's why I'm saying this system cannot work. No matter how you put this tax bill into play, the corruption behind that tax bill will not make it work. If this government cannot fix corruption, fix how you came into power. You came into power through corruption, through illegality. Your mantra is snatch, grab, and run away with it. So if this tax bill is being passed, because we know that Tinubu is a tax master, if the tax bill is being passed and the ideology of snatching it, grabbing it, and running away with it is activated, so Tinubu can snatch the money that the federal government is getting from importers and other people, other quarters, grab it and run away with it, because that is their way. See, if you are an employer and you want to employ somebody, you have somebody that is qualified and that person is a thief, and somebody that is not that qualified but is honest, who would you employ? I've asked this question before. Who would you employ? If you employ that person as a thief, you should be ready to spend more money to monitor that person. Yes, that's why business are failing. The government has a corruption problem. You see, they are not popular. There's a lady I spoke to yesterday, and she's Yoruba. She said, don't call Tinubu where the person I know that is a diehard. The diehard. Now let's focus on the North. The Northerners can do nothing. Nothing. There's nothing they can do. They can do nada to Tinubu. I'm repeating myself. They can do nothing to Tinubu. They are just making mouth. So far that they are corrupt. One of the most corrupt regions in Nigeria. Most religious and most corrupt. They are the ones that are impoverishing their people. They see the truth and call lies. They see the truth and instead they tell their people lies. They will not tell their people that, yes, the North needs to do better. We need to do better. But they are looking for how they can get money. They are afraid that Tinubu, restructuring Nigeria, will put the North one side. The Southeast are okay with it. I've told you before. Resource control, regionalism, or balkanization. That is the stand of an average Southeasterner. This system is not working anymore. It's not going to help us. If Tinubu is going to help bring this into play, I don't care. I don't support Tinubu. Tinubu is not a leader. He's a politician. Tinubu will not bring development. Tinubu will only do some things, restructuring, and at the end of the day, we go back to zero. Tinubu, if God will use Tinubu, let him use Tinubu. If God will use Samanekpa, let him use him. If God will use Gumi to make sure that this system is changed. See, by hook or by crook, this system has to change. The Northerners, I want them to mobilize. Yes, and resist the bill. Let me see the amount that Southwesterner is making, whether they can muscle, they can come together. I know it is just bragging. I know that will activate regionalism, and Yoruba will stop being. See, as Nigerians, we don't have the say. The people that have the say are politicians. If politicians come together, that's when they will have a say. And ordinary Nigerian on the streets don't have a say. That's why I see this age to Sanwo-Olu, because of his position, he was talking anyhow, spewing bigotry and everything, blah 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 blah. He now jabber. When he jabber, they suspended him, and he's been arrested. This is so people were now fighting for him. Speaking of, who listen to you? Is until one politician called Sanwo-Olu F1. So you don't have a say in this current system. Even though it seems that Tinubu is bringing out policies, his policies is to muzzle some people and bring more money to himself. That is the long and short of the tax bill. Bring more money to the hands of the federal government and the Southwest region. That is the long and short of the tax bill. Anybody speaking grammar should go and tell them to change their mantra, their ideology of snatch it, grab it, and run away with it. Change the ideology of no transparency, ideology of you don't consider the people, you don't explain to the people, you don't take people into consideration. When you are doing your policies, you take yourself, your political elites, and your people into consideration. I've said it before. If federal government gets all these monies, Where are the monies going to? Federal government pause. The ones that federal government has gotten from subsidy, what have they used it to? What have they used it to do? Explain to us in like a 5-year-old. In see, when people want to be evil, when geniuses, intelligent people want to be evil, they will do it in a way whereby you cannot catch them. They know that behind them, it is bringing more money to the person in power and also to the states. And it's good so that every other state will go and work. So next time they want to take one headquarter to Lagos, and the Northerners will fight. Let it go to where it is, the southeast. Not everything in Lagos. So when there's the gas in the southeast, if they want to take the headquarters to Lagos, the North will now fight and get sense. It's not everything in Lagos. Now everything is Lagos, and you are crying. Why are you crying? You are the people that facilitated this in the first state. Lagos doesn't have oil, but there's Dangote refinery in Lagos, closer to the sea. Where is refinery in the southeast, whether modular or what? Where we have oil, where is it? So anybody telling you that the North can stop Tinubu, that one is a big lie. Biggest lie of the century, biggest lie of the season. The North cannot stop Tinubu.